Good afternoon. Southwest Georgia is home to one of the most famous baseball players in American history, the famous Jackie Robinson, who broke the color barrier for Major League Baseball and helped set the way for other minority groups to be able to make a impact on all major professional sports. This week I was watching the movie 42, and it kind of gave me inspiration to go into it a little bit more, since we live so close to Cairo, Georgia here, and I've coached baseball for many years in Southwest Georgia, and we've always played in Cairo at the Jackie Robinson Field there. And it just reminds me of the hardships that he went through to make an impact for everyone, not just people of color, but he made an impact on all of us on pushing for equality. And this week I was looking at some of the articles. I pulled one from Author Daily on the opening day at Ebbets Field, and it described his first day as a Major League Baseball player. And then I pulled one from Larry Gross on Major League Baseball that is going to honor Jackie Robinson. And then one from George Vesey on the trail that Robinson blazed, glory flowed through into our lives. And then one by Eric Yarber, a national hero from Cairo that turns 100. So these articles that I pulled this week kind of look at his impact. And every April 15th of each MLB season since the year 2004, it has been set aside to honor Jackie Robinson's impact, not just on baseball, but also on American society as a whole. The one article that I looked at by Larry Gross looks at how Ken Griffey Jr., a famous African-American baseball player and Hall of Famer, he wanted Commissioner Bud Selig to find a way that we could honor Jackie Robinson each and every year. And they decided that they would, of course, retire his number 42, and the last player to wear that was Mariano Rivera. But they would also wear the number 42 on that day, every player and every manager. So that's kind of unique. I've been to a couple Jackie Robinson days, and it's just cool seeing every player honor Jackie Robinson. Now, Jackie was born just west of here, in Cairo, Georgia, on January 31st, 1919. He was actually born into a poorer family of tenant farmers at that time. And Jackie's mom, Mally, decided that she wanted to get the family out of the segregated South, and she moved them to California when he was a little over a year old. And these, what actual age he actually moved is still in, some people still argue that, but most people think it was just a little bit after he was a year old. And Jackie, during his time in California, he would eventually become a great athlete, and he would eventually be given the shot to break baseball's color barrier. And that was done by Branch Rickey when he signed him. And then, of course, on April 15th, 1947, he actually got to play. And although his stats weren't great that day, Jackie did make a solid impression on Author Daily and some of his teammates. Now, Jackie, of course, would face heavy persecution from fans and opposition throughout that historic season, and yet he was still able to put up great numbers to win Rookie of the Year. His 10-year Major League Baseball career would eventually earn him an induction into the Baseball Hall of Fame, and of course, his legacy both off in the field and on the field would lead to Major League Baseball honoring Jackie Robinson for being a civil rights trailblazer for the nation. And looking at his civil rights side, there was a story that came from the news article from Eric Yarber that talked about how Jackie was visiting Georgia in the early 1960s, and he brought some cash with him to help bail out some sit-in participants who were protesting a segregated eating area in Albany, Georgia. So you can see Jackie Robinson was very influential, not just in the sports world, but also he was kind of a trailblazer that came about 7 years before the actual civil rights movement really got moving. So these articles this week kind of discuss how Jackie Robinson and baseball set the tone for the nation to take a different look at what equality meant. Without Robinson's trailblazing spirit of competition and equal opportunity, names like Jim Brown, Bill Russell, Hank Aaron, Michael Jordan, and even Tiger Woods, they might not have been as well known as they are today.